Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease. Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits only temporarily those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter. It's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I she never hold thy peace while wrong is going on. Hey, oh, we gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Say Rastafari, war and cry, and do the righteousness. And we love, and we love Jaja, and we love Jaja,
Rastafari, save all people.
and we love Jaja, we love Jaja, we love Jaja.
Rastafari, preserve all people.
Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and
Fight down war and fight.
Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah,
Rastafari, preserve all.
and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah,
Rastafari, preserve all.
me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
Good night, and welcome. Hold on, let me fix my thingy. Good night, everyone, and welcome. They have troubled Dr. Dawes, and they're going to get tonight what they're looking for. Tonight will be episode 1 in the first of a series of revelation that Dr. Dawes will be publishing. The stage is already set for Dr. Dawes to lash them tonight with the truth. The IC report has created a plethora of fraud, governance, financial embezzlement, tax evasion, you name the crimes under Christopher Tufton. I mean, Christopher Tufton crime, you literally would have to carry in a trailer, because Christopher Tufton has been committing crime against the people of Jamaica forever. For whatever reason, though, it is that the people of Jamaica are comfortable with Christopher Tufton, that Andrew Holness has the confidence in a marketing agent to continue the cull of 15,000 Jamaicans annually. Having Carl Bruce and Ivor Crandon chopping and hatching their way to even ask the Governor General. He has been hatched up by them as well. This evening, we will start to hear more truth. Dr. Roger Hunt and Dr. Dawes spoke before the general election. They were made to be seen and called all sorts. They, though, have been vindicated by the IC report, given what is coming out of the IC report. Dr. Roger Hunt and Dr. Dawes have been vindicated. They are trying to mix Dr. Dawes, and they're going to get the truth. Good evening, everyone, to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Like and share the live, please, because tonight we are going to support Dr. Dawes' message and Dr. Dawes' revelation. You would want to hear and know the real state of the health care from a health professional, from an insider, from the shadow minister of health. This evening, Dr. Dawes is going to start spilling the bean on episode 1 this evening. One big good evening from me, everybody. How was on the weekend? How was your all weekend doing? But we come out here a little early, cause to say we want to speak to Fifi. Big Titty Fiona Beswick. Fifi. Melissa Trike. Floyd Green. Do it calmly. No, don't conspire people tonight. Just stay with Floyd Green. Floyd Green, since Melissa has turned Jamaica over and turned Parity upside down, Floyd Green has only chucked water to the community once. One total time, Floyd Green chucked water to the community. You remember Fifi told us, right in a press conference, that he has spoken to some of his partners in the mining community and they're going to send them to Parity Beach to do some cleaning up, la-di-da-da-di-bra, up until today. You, Floyd Green, know, say, the community's economy is slaughtered. So nobody not have no money around there. They buy water, Floyd Green. That is one of the pressure. That is one of the pressure where get on top of the people them round there at the moment. No water. No water, Floyd Green. And the buying of drinking water is so expensive. Them can't afford it. Nobody can go see. Nobody can go sell no fish, no lobster, no sell no conch, nothing go on. Pelican bar broke down. Even though it a fix up back for start so the community will come back to little life. One day time. And this was early on. This was about in late to mid-November. No, about mid-November. Floyd Green sent a truck to Parity with water. Up until now, Floyd Green have not started to make the people them get liquor water. The people them all right with whatever else you do for whatever reason, me don't know, but they need the water. They are crying out for the water, Floyd Green. It is expensive. And a lot of when we water did good, the water we contaminated in our way now. What we expect enough to supply with drinking water, at least. When we could have struggled to get bathing water, at least provide with drinking water. Floyd Green have not. Only once, Floyd Green chuck water to the community. Only once. So the people are asked, Fifi, get up off of your big titty and chuck water. Me not even talk about the dead Derek songs to him. Because Parity people, you get one deserve, you see young people with the palm foot. And you go in the cemetery, go all out Derek Sangster out of cemetery and expect Duppy to stay one place. Duppy show up himself when he want you for afraid or when he want to do something and he gone. Derek Sangster come one time, one day get time. When people tell us to vote, make a vote make sense. But we're asking Floyd Green, the community needs water. Water is life. You know they don't have the money to buy it. You claim so you live just down the road from them. You know say light not anywhere in a few region. And for we not get light, we not go get water. The community need water, Floyd Green. You have a duty to chuck water into the community. When you walk and beg, borrow, and steal enough on behalf of the people, them will drop down a dot. And them now get the help. Because the wicked thief in liar, con artist, and your oldness. We're going to reach 5 times over. Only maximum Jamaica people will lose them house. Only maximum they can get is $500,000. What can $500,000 do to a person who lose them whole house? When you not sit down and organize, when you friend them in the building material industry, to hike the building material price. This is disgraceful. But as to why the community is silenced, as to why a ridge one have mouth, as to why I not think to say a ridge, or no elect ridge. No, elect ridge party people. You no can get up and open on the mouth, and a ridge one live round there. I don't ridge one live round there, and a ridge one a suffer. Why all the while a ridge have to speak up? What the rest sound of there? Teachers and nurses in parity, where are you? Not too political.
I'm Ridge, Captain Ridge from Parati here in St. Elizabeth, Black River. Since Hurricane Melissa, we're trying to recover and pick up the pieces. The sea feel like it come over. It was a terrible, tragic experience. The sea rise up taller than that big mansion and come over. Before the storm, if you want to buy a land over here, you have to have at least $18 million cash or, $18 million value you have to buy a land because this is a beachfront. So life around here is luxury. This is like the mini version of a Negril or a Ochi, if you want to say that. So it was nightlife rough. I was living the regular Jamaica.
To poor Ridge Ben pick up himself after Melissa and go back to America. Courage never really have to stay. And so everybody come, everybody would have shot. Everybody come and Ridge alone have a voice. Where you sound of there? Out a whole community. Where the rest sound of there? Nobody can talk up, nobody can ask for nothing. Ridge will go back to America, left when go sit down because we don't have no progress. No progress, no.
I'm Ridge, Captain Ridge from Parati here in St. Elizabeth, Black River. Since Hurricane Melissa, we're trying to recover and pick up the pieces. The sea feel like it come over. It was a terrible, tragic experience. The sea rise up taller than that big mansion and come over. Before the storm, if you want to buy a land over here, you have to have at least $18 million cash or, $18 million value you have to buy a land because this is a beachfront. So life around here is luxury. This is like the mini version of a Negril or a Ochi, if you want to say that. So it was nightlife rough. I was living the regular Jamaican life dream, where I was dreaming about, But the greatest thing we have life because if this hurricane come at night, we all would have been dire floating up. My fisherman friend and my good brethren, he lost his life right there at that road. He was trying to cross and then the current pulled him and then he ended up losing his life. The JCF did a search, but they didn't recover the body. It's a disaster, man. Life right now is hard, but we are trying to pick up the pieces and I try to cope and I try to rebuild. So day to day we wake up, life not getting better. And the thing too, sometimes the environment look like hate. Everything just destroyed. The trees them just like somebody burned them up. But we live in Jamaica, guys, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying the environment to you, it will look like hate, But we're holding on. But one issue right now, we have these bars really empty. So if we get more bathing and drinking water, it'll help us. I would like to see my community be up and running, everybody occupied, everybody getting back to their day-to-day routine. And let everything be great again. I want to give you guys thanks and thank you for coming out and taking your time out to help my community and help the village. Thank God it's still good people in the world that care about us and help. Sometimes we don't get help from the people that's in there. So I want to thank you guys and keep up the good work. Once is life is hope.
The community is silent. Because most of them are lucky if you fly it green. Most of no party people not lucky if you fly it green. So you know we suffer in a silence. But when me talk it bun on when me talk about Fifi, it bun on. But he not do nothing for no. He not turn up, he not look left, right, now center. Pan uno since this galangin happen. Flight Green stand up in a press conference and talk is him a send the mining people them come a party beach come clean up. Aren't you all still in the same debris them same way? You not one iota of help. One time in chuck water around there to them. Flight Green haven't gone around there with any food from Ministry of Labor and Social Security. The community is well supported by charities, and every charity come, Flight Green, it's a ride pan them back like him a jockey. It's a ride pan them back like him a jockey. Flight Green have done nothing for the community. In come with KC, in come with Chinese, in come with Usain Bolt, in come everybody Flight Green, it's a ride pan them back and come. If you want to look for Flight Green, look for somebody back. But we have not seen Flight Green in the community. As for the government, as for Flight Green coming in with resources from Ministry of Labor and Social Security, ADPEM, none of that. But the community is silent. Flight Green can play them because he bought them. And that you do with your property. That is what you do with your property. Flight Green bought you all on the 3rd of September. Sell by date. Sell by date. But they want water, Flight Green. As much as they reach, then sell by date. Fiona, as much as they reach, then sell by date. They want water. They want water. Me all things a Flight Green done with politics, But then again, the people, them fool and cheap. Flight Green will still get a 4th term with this dismal behavior. Flight Green has literally turned him back on party people. And they're silent about it. When them get the chance to talk, Ungo Ridge can't talk. Because you're all too political. PNP silent in the community. Labor rights silent in the community. Can look like PNP now want to speak up, can they now want to rock the boat? I don't know. But when you feel like you should suffer in silence, continue to suffer in silence. So with look at Dr. Tufton. Hear me about Dr. Tufton. Look at what the crook has done to our health care. Remember, make we go back to the nurses video, because we have to remind the world that the healthcare with Tufton with the DR title come out and boast pan all the while. Nurse, patient, and rat adjust of a position. Rat ask nurse and patient to go more on the floor. A rat I tell patient say a my space. This I did lay down here for last night. Christopher Tufton. Them are criminal, yeah. Them are criminal, but we warned the people of Jamaica. Christopher Tufton has been bleeding the public, the health budget dry. No form of diagnostic, no form of treatment in a hospital, no equipment, no the hospital staff are working under stress. Sim, Wagwan, long time I no see you. Wagwan, you there? I could remind Jamaica people because I don't want them to go say a PNP. Hold on. I am sick. Haven't eaten from Thursday. I caught a virus here. I've been told that people are contract COVID at Jamaica. Nobody know about this? Does anyone know about this? And we know leptospirosis is on the rise. There was a bit of new chicken pox, my God. There was a bit of pneumonia going around as well. The problem is, Chris Tufton always hide things from we. You know, Chris Tufton kill from adult to baby. And sidetrack before we go to the nurse them. The University of Denmark, you know Denmark where Donald Trump go from? The University of Denmark and the Americans, the Center for Disease Control, and the wicked president of Guinea-Bissau, Lord Jesus, may I tell you, that word, yeah, if we not mash up this fucking thing and fix it back, the whole of we are going to lose. Now, the University of Denmark, the CDC, and the Guinea-Bissau had research on newborn baby. The research that they will be doing, you know, just check it out for yourself, may I beg you. Okay, you know, to me, lie and spread propaganda. Come here, Andrew respond to me, but Andrew, me we get to you a little more. They are doing a research on newborn babies. Rather than give the babies the vaccine at birth, which they used to do, they are withholding the vaccine from the babies for a 6-week period to do their research on infant mortality. Wicked, unethical, you name it. This is why we need to pay attention to our governments. We government them assign up guinea pig order for even with newborn babies. And for we government them not tell we when them are doing it, you know. You have to read, you got Denmark go read, or you have to look at the publications in Denmark. But they won't publish that to places like Guinea-Bissau. These are the things that are happening. But you just go check it out for yourself. So we need to be careful that we government them. Yeah. They're carrying out research on newborn babies. And government sign up to it. Government signed up to carrying out research on your baby. Something that they don't consult you about. Something that will not be beneficial for your baby, but it will help that university and that doctoral student to mark off themselves and publish them document because they have done the research. Do you understand the fuckery we are going in this world?
Better working conditions. Better working conditions. Better working conditions. Better working conditions. No resources. No resources. No resources. No resources.
No more rats.
No more rats.
No more rats.
No more rats. No space. No work. It's time to catch it cool. No more CPR on the floor. No more CPR on the floor. No more CPR on the floor. No more CPR on the floor.
Globalists, me don't know if you know follow the rigmajig and the rigmarole, but I am becoming more and more worried when it comes to the whole. And just a few minutes, I need to read something to you. 11 minutes before the premiere starts, so we just rustle through this. I am becoming very worried when it comes to the whole geopolitical tension within our region. Because, me say, Andrew, where we are, where Andrew, what kind of agreement, what promise, what Andrew do, what Andrew never do, why the Americans, them a follow way up so. Listen here. Prime Minister Holness called with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. This was published yesterday or when. Yeah. I very horrible tonight. Like I see if I turn this crossway globalist. But me no know. Me no hear mainstream media ask, what is this constant communication between Andrew Holness and the Americans? What is it? What is Andrew Holness signing up to? Prime Minister Andrew Holness today held a productive telephone conversation with United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio, during which they discussed ongoing cooperation between Jamaica and the United States, including U.S. assistance in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa and broader regional economic and security priorities. Hold on there. Secretary Rubio commended the Jamaican government management of the hurricane relief and recovery effort and recognized the rapid restoration of critical services across the affected communities after the Category 5 impact. Andrew Holness expressed sincere appreciation to the government and the people of the United States for their continued support throughout the relief and early recovery phase. They also discussed the magnitude and the complexity of the reconstruction effort ahead, including the need to build more robust infrastructure to support economic activity. Secretary Rubio reaffirmed the United States' willingness to support Jamaica reconstruction and resilience effort through continued cooperation and partnership, including private sector participation. Andrew Holness also welcomed the recent decision by the United States, the Department of State, rather, to upgrade the Jamaica travel advisory from level 3 to level 2, noting that the positive development reflects the country's sustained improvement in public safety and security. The Prime Minister underscored the importance of this upgrade for tourism, investors' confidence, and people-to-people engagement between both nations. The discussion also focused on Jamaica's significant reduction in crime in 2025, with Andrew Holness outlining the government comprehensive security strategy. Don't know what that is. Both reaffirm their shared commitment to combat drugs and firearm trafficking. Hey, Dr. Chang, you hear that? Transnational organized crime, and emerging regional security threats. Jamaica participation in the gang suppression force in Haiti, and you can't suppress gang in Jamaica. You could have walked on full sensible people. The Jamaica participation in the gang suppression force in Haiti was highlighted, and Prime Minister and Andrew Holness reiterated Jamaica's role as a strong and reliable regional partner and emphasized the importance of continued collaboration with the United States on security, energy, economic development, and immigration matters. Immigration matters, he said. Both Andrew Holness and Marco Rubio agreed to maintain close engagement as Jamaica and the United States continue to strengthen their long-standing partnership in pursuit of shared democratic values and mutual prosperity. I have no clue what they're talking about. But when me did tell you 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, that the Americans gave Andrew Holness a directive, rolled back China investment, or we will take control of Jamaica. Don't you see what's going on? Don't you see that the Americans are in control? Don't you see that the Americans are giving direction to Andrew Holness? You know Donald Trump have it in for China. Even in Donald Trump's first term, Donald Trump and Donald Tapia didn't have grace with China in the region. And since Donald Trump come back with blood in eye for China. And you see, it started with the Cuban nurses and everything where him can go after. The Americans are running our country. And we need to understand, or get some word from our Prime Minister. It cannot be that Andrew Holness are run with administration, but every time Andrew Holness and the American them talk a private. This statement is a broad brush statement. There are a level of detail that we require. This whole security galanging in the region won't talk about what does it mean. Is Jamaica being asked to do anything adverse to Cuba as Donald Trump is planning to attack Cuba? We want to know. We see one of the undersecretary from the Defense Department came to Jamaica. And we are no clearer as towards their visit. Marco Rubio came once. One of Marco Rubio undersecretary came. Marco Rubio called again. I mean, there's a heavy involvement. Can you not see that? We're going to open up to the premiere now, so I'm going to do it quiet. Well, we can go and chat here the countdown. I think the tension between Jamaica and the UK stems from the expedition. No, the tension is more to do with the China investment. That's where the tension really leads from. When it comes to extradition, Andrew would be careful not to have the Bruce followed with the Americans. Trust me. He will be careful of that. The issue is the hope and money where Andrew take from China and the mining rights for Andrew did want to give China. Remember when we did the partner job, we did play one video with Maxine Waters when they show the sanction left and right from Russia, and when they talk about things with China and Russia having a Jamaica, and then decide them want it back. These things are in the pipeline long time, because we were I think because it is happening now, people are kind of getting rid of it. Anyway, we are going to ourselves down because in the next 4 Dr. Dawes premiere will begin, where we're going to hear tonight in the first of his episodes the real state of our healthcare.
Welcome to the first episode of what promises to be a critical conversation about one of our nation's most vital institutions. I'm Dr. Alfred Dawes, Shadow Minister of Health and Wellness, and a graduate of the University of the West Indies Medical School and a former chief resident in the Department of Surgery at the University Hospital. And over the coming days, we'll be taking you through a disturbing journey, one that exposes how the University Hospital of the West Indies, a beacon of Caribbean healthcare excellence, has been brought to its knees by mismanagement, corruption, and a fundamental betrayal of public trust. The recent revelations in the Auditor General's report are not just numbers on a page. They represent lives affected, resources squandered, and a healthcare system pushed to the brink. Today, let's start at the beginning with the history of this great institution, its regional importance, and the crisis it now faces. To understand what we stand to lose, we first must understand what the University Hospital of the West Indies truly represents. In 1945, in the aftermath of World War II, the Committee of Higher Education in the colonies made a transformative recommendation: establish a university in the West Indies. Jamaica was chosen as a site, and critically, it was decided that the first faculty should be that of medicine, as there was a desperate shortage of medical professionals throughout the region. In October 1948, the University College of the West Indies, affiliated with the University of London, opened its doors with its first cohort of medical students. On January 18, 1953, Sir Winston Churchill himself toured the hospital. The message was clear. This was an institution of international significance, deserving of international support. The UHWI is not just another hospital. It is the first teaching hospital in the entire Caribbean region and an internationally recognized academic institution. It serves as the premier regional referral center, providing other Caribbean countries with an affordable option for critical services. When medical students from across the English-speaking Caribbean seek world-class training, this is where they come. Today, the hospital operates 579 beds and is classified as a Type A regional referral hospital, the highest classification. Each year, an estimated 10% of the Jamaican population visits the hospital. But beyond Jamaica, UWI's impact radiates throughout the region. It graduates more than 300 healthcare workers annually at the undergraduate level and almost 40 specialists at the graduate level through the Faculty of Medical Sciences. These professionals don't just serve Jamaica. They return to Barbados, Trinidad, Grenada, Belize, Guyana, and every corner of the English-speaking Caribbean to provide medical care in their home countries. This is the institution that made me, as well as my colleagues, be able to serve you. This is what we stand to lose should we continue down this road. The Ministry of Health and Wellness itself has acknowledged that cases of chronic non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and kidney disease continue to burden the facility, causing chronic overcrowding and ward space problems. This isn't a new problem. As far back as 2017, reports warned that the overcrowding at the UHWI could cost the hospital its accreditation to train doctors and nurses. Resident doctors have written formally to management describing working conditions that fall below acceptable standards for a tertiary teaching hospital. They document that doctors currently lack adequate on-call rest facilities and functional beds, furniture, and even refrigerators. They state bluntly, these conditions fall below acceptable standards for a tertiary teaching hospital. In detailed internal memos, staff outline what they call long-standing infrastructural and supply challenges. Defective and unused beds, over 30 of them on the medical wards alone. Severe overcrowding in the emergency department experienced by every patient and relative who visits. And this happens despite available ward spaces. The closure of the medical annex for over 17 months and recurrent shortages of basic items such as stationery. There are periodic shortages of essential medications.
Global,
And
hit the like button for us, please.
availability of blood tubes and IV fluids. Critically inadequate supplies of something as simple as betadine contribute to contaminating blood cultures and prolonged admissions due to inadequate antibiotic coverage. There are shortages of contrast and injector syringes in the radiology department, affecting the ability to get CAT scans. Consultants themselves have raised serious concerns about procurement priorities, writing, despite the lack of basic equipment and supplies, there seems to be a strong motivation by the hospital management to procure items that have not been requested by senior medical staff. They describe expensive imaging equipment purchased or leased without the requisite plans for regular maintenance. And note that even when equipment exists, restricted access to portable x-rays and insufficient access to C-arms in the operating suite is not being facilitated in an equitable manner. Meanwhile, they report that our work is being hampered by a lack of basic items such as air conditioning within the main operating theater, defibrillators, and the provision of basic gases. They add that frequent calls by the consultants are largely being ignored. On accountability, consultants raise the alarm that UHWI is a fee-collecting entity for radiology services and pharmacy retail. Yet, no definite accounts with respect to hospital income from these activities seem to be forthcoming. Only rough estimates seem to be provided in reports by the hospital management, despite the presence of a billing office and an accounting department at the hospital. They wrote, this raises questions regarding the financial and accounting practices of the hospital. Consultants also requested basic transparency. The consultants wish to have further information regarding what the procurement process entails. For example, who are the persons responsible for generating the needs list that guide the procurement process? Information is required regarding whether members of staff, such as the consultants, have any say in what items are required and hence ordered. Are the procurement documents available as public records, past and present? Regarding clinic space, staff documented that there is a persistent shortage of functional clinic spaces at least 3 days per week. Several clinic cubicles are non-functional and some also lack working computers. With the recent addition of structural cardiology and stroke clinics, existing clinic space is no longer adequate to effectively accommodate patient volumes. The Department of Medicine residents stated, we must state clearly that it is unreasonable and unsafe to expect staff to continue under these conditions for another month. These are not the words of politicians. These are the words of the people on the ground, consultants, residents, and interns, documenting in black and white how failing infrastructure and ignored complaints are putting patients and staff at risk. This is where we arrive at the heart of the crisis. It's not just that UHWI needs more resources, it's that the resources that have been allocated are not being used properly. transparently, or in the best interest of patients and the institution. The Auditor General has now confirmed what staff have been saying. The performance audit found that UHWI could not produce procurement documentation for 51 contracts valued at $521 million, making it impossible to verify whether the hospital got value for money or complied with the law. The same report exposed the misuse of the hospital's tax-exempt status to import goods for private entities, depriving the state of millions of dollars in revenue. So while doctors are begging for basic supplies, functioning beds, defibrillators to save lives, and safe spaces to rest, hundreds of millions of dollars are flowing through a system that cannot even produce the paperwork to show what was bought, from whom, and why. When a hospital designed for 579 beds is admitting 120 to 150 emergency patients per day, what does that look like? It looks like patients lying on trolleys in hallways, family members standing for hours because there are no chairs, nurses trying to monitor multiple critically ill patients simultaneously because the wards are overflowing, and doctors making impossible decisions about who gets the limited ICU beds available and who they must let die. The UHWI does not exist in isolation. It's a part of the University of the West Indies, which serves 18 English-speaking countries and territories in the Caribbean. UWI is consistently ranked among the top universities in the developing world, and its medical faculties are central to training the region's healthcare workforce. When UHWI struggles, when it loses credibility to procurement scandals and governance failures, it doesn't just affect Jamaica. It affects the reputation of UWI. It affects the ability of Caribbean medical graduates to secure residency positions internationally. It affects the willingness of international partners to collaborate on research. It affects everything. When this institution is compromised by corruption and mismanagement, every country in the Caribbean suffers. You cannot restore public trust with more press releases, panels with obscure terms of references, and ribbon-cutting ceremonies. You need systemic reform. Today, we stand at a crossroads. On one path lies continued decline, an institution that slowly loses its regional accreditation, its ability to attract top faculty, its capacity to provide world-class care, an institution that becomes known not for its medical breakthroughs, but for its procurement scandals, where the brightest Caribbean minds choose to train elsewhere because they have lost faith in its future. On the other path lies renewal, but only if we demand accountability, transparency, and fundamental reform. Only if we insist that those responsible for the failures detailed in the Auditor General's report face consequences. Over the coming days, we'll dive deeper into each aspect of this crisis. In the upcoming episodes, we'll examine the HR crisis, staff complaints, controversial transfers, shortages in critical departments, and what it all means for patient care. In subsequent episodes, we'll explain exactly how procurement fraud works, who benefits, and why it is so hard to detect. We'll trace the networks of influence that have allowed this to happen. We'll provide a detailed analysis of the Auditor General's findings, and ultimately, we'll present a roadmap for saving the UHWI. I'm Dr. Alfred Dawes. Thank you for watching.
Episode 1 over the next few days.
My name is Alexander Bondar, and I'm the VP of SE.
over the next few days, we will be having more in the series from Dr. Dawes as to how they have broken down the healthcare. What I want to, the part where I go interests me is when him explain to me how the procurement fraud works. But all in all, Tufton need to go. But Jamaica people at home sitting down so comfortable as if nothing happened, nothing to see here. I mean, there's scandal after scandal with Christopher Tufton. I mean, put the money aside. Christopher Tufton should have never gotten past the 32 dead babies. The 8 in 2023 and the 24, one a day in last year, July. Plus, we hear say Chris Tufton I kill 15,000 a year time. Dr. Roger Hunter told us that. And we, the people of Jamaica, still sit down with Tufton, a slaughter with left, right, and center. Bad rice, $80,000 worth a front. Billions unaccounted for in the health service, year in, year out. 10 years now. Christopher Tufton and him permanent secretary cannot get around to provide us appropriations account so we can see where our money is spent on. Billions run through them hand and we don't have a diagnostic service in our hospital. Billions stolen and we don't have ambulance. Billions stolen and nurses and doctors don't have equipment to work. Billions stolen and nurses and doctors now get paid. Ancillary workers now get paid. But Jamaica people sit down with it. Jamaica people sit down with it. You think to say, if you sit down so comfortable with everything like it no bad on or like it comfortable no, Andrew and Christoph and them now go continue to do worse. This has been happening since COVID. Go back to COVID. Christopher Tufton was throwing out contract left, right, and center that is not even on paper. Chris Tufton was throwing out contract left, right, and center. Contract when they on paper. 521 million. Where they can't show any procurement record for. Whenever time you see there's a procurement breach, there's a big old fraud behind the procurement breach because it's within that procurement breach that the money gets shared up between the whole of them and the contract get passed to a favorite friend or a family member or back to an MP or sometimes back to Andrew and Juliet. To their shell companies. But the people of Jamaica look like them very, very comfortable with the disaster where Andrew Holness heap up on them day in, day out. See, Andrew Holness take the whole of the money and him want eat it off. See, Andrew Holness take the money and him want eat it off because Andrew Holness only I give people only a look pound and tell them say if an all house blow down, $500,000 Jamaica dollar can fix back on a house. $500,000 Jamaica dollar can fix back on a house if on a house blow down. And when them a thief, you ever seen a politician thief $500,000 yet? Beat and teach. Oh, you do. You ever seen a politician thief $500,000 yet? But we don't value nothing. We don't value nothing. When I look at Andrew Holness and answer me, because I have to me and answer not Andrew, because I me come out with that story about the whole heap of things where you have pack up and wharf and you not utilize them for the people. So I have to me and answer.
This base, sir, is the main human support area for the parish of St. Elizabeth, and it was established less than 48 hours subsequent to the passing of Hurricane Melissa.
Yes.
Currently, we have just over a battalion strength of individuals living here, members of the JDF, the Ghanaian Armed Forces, and the Guyana Defense Force, totaling just under 300 individuals. Sir. For the warehouse itself, sir, we operate on the linear approach of warehousing, where we have trained persons in logistics and stores that manage the facilities.
So you say first in, first out?
Yes, sir. So they're different from the first in, first out, given that it's building material. What we operate is how it comes in and how it goes out, and so we can have accountability.
Okay.
So we have persons that are in charge of receival, persons that are in charge of dispatch, and we manage how we do that, sir, both electronically, and we have the paper trail that goes accordingly. This entity, sir, is a collaborative effort, similar to what you spoke of earlier. The tent that you're seeing belongs to the World Food Program. They came and set it up. To your right, sir, we have items from GEM, and to turn back about, so there are items from Chemtech and New Era,
yes,
that are within the space here.
Excellent.
Also, we have building material, we have paint, we have drums for areas that we assess that needs waters, and then we go out and we distribute accordingly. Currently, we have the engineers working in their compound area, and this is where they get their material from, as well as in Black River and the Middle Quarter space.
Excellent. I'm glad you mentioned this. I'll take the opportunity just to say and to clear up some misconceptions, or where there is not enough public knowledge about how the donations and wares and the materials are managed. ODPEM is the entity of government that receives all material donations to the government. ODPEM is also the entity that manages individual private donations come to their account. So they manage both the cash donations and the in-kind material donations. So this is the entity of the government, and there is a set accountability mechanism that ensures it is properly managed. ODPEM itself does not physically keep all the donated materials. That is kept mostly between the JDF and the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, most with the JDF. And the JDF further will pre-position those materials in various warehouses or forward operating bases like these, which forms part of what they call the hub and spoke strategy. So this might be a hub, and there might be several other small.
Right, enough of your bullshit. You know, one of the things when I not hear Andrew talk about one of the ministry, when me not say, Ari look like him not ready for that yet, Ari not have nobody for put a front of it. Because you know, and change the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. It is now changed to Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructure Development. So, but we don't hear the Infrastructure Development Ministry come on board yet, and if I him I go lead that ministry, or who is going to lead it, or if I one cronies in the Office of Plenty Ministry is going to lead it. All in all, though, we're not getting any accountability from Andrew Holness for all this money. Because we see Babsy collect one whole heap. We see the whole heap will come into the country from donor countries, as well as our insurance, though them take it to JPS. We still have another 90 million US dollar of insurance. Maybe that them take get Jacqueline Lecker and sister we not get nothing. Talk it truth. We no say we no get nothing do. We no get nothing, you know. Because everybody else what we are here about getting our whole heap. They have to call flatbed truck for car home for their money. For we money we last in a back pocket. What we get, remember say we get the destruction, you know. Remember say we get licked down, you know. Remember say we community flatten, you know. Remember say we house them flatten. Remember say we economy in a Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth and all sort mash up. Are we left homeless? Are we would and dead if I never charities, vloggers, influencers, and entertainers? You remember so? After we chant, they walk and beg the money pan. After we image of destitution, indestruction that was shown to the world. Them get the money off. Uno no say we no get none. Uno no say we no value more than sweet, cheap and ice cream money. Can you not see? Because Jacqueline Lecker get, Darrell Vaz get Whopper kickback. I'll know we not hear where Babsy collect, what we do with where Babsy collect. Or get where Babsy collect. We get not out of where Babsy collect. We get not out of the concert them. Everybody enrich themselves out of we. And we still live down in a squalor same way. And the people them still play politics. The people them still protect them useless MPs and councillors. Can you imagine? Suffering in silence. And when we talk, them say we are PNP. When we talk, them say we have hurt feelings. But of course we have hurt feeling. When we look and say, oh, healthcare breakdown. When we look and see how education breakdown in our country. When we look and see how the little mud chuck them where we there walk Pansia Road, Melissa turned them in a riverbed. Have you realized how backwards we have gone in a Melissa? We've been backwards for a morning, but Melissa take us one whole 2 generations backward. But the people still not ready for no help. That's what is annoying. The people still protect them politicians. The people them now speak up. Up until now, the Southwest St. Elizabeth constituency have not been represented in Parliament on the issue of Melissa. But the people of Southwest St. Elizabeth are absolute silence. For the no service one I get. Sorry, the globalist. One thing to say, politicians have a vested interest in making anything better. You think to say politicians care about making it better for you when it benefits them, when they enrich themselves, when them can commit any amount of crimes and get away with it? No sound internet start. Yeah, Sharon Bernard internet I give problem. But Jamaica, we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue to vote in these people to enrich themselves. And we cannot continue to vote them in and don't hold them accountable. You beat and teach internet crap. To most people in Jamaica right now, internet crap. So we not see Ladybug tonight as well. So we know so down a St. Elizabeth, the internet crappy. Party people sometimes forget internet. Them have to walk up and down Pan Road until them pick up a little reception, then turn up there so I sit down there so and make them call. It's literally like that. So I understand a lot of people in Jamaica at the moment, particularly in the disaster zone, even some places that weren't hit hard as the Western Belt, is still having that service provider problem. across the country, but centers that people definitely the reception terrible down there at the moment. Andrew Holness, on the matter of Dr. Chang. Dr. Chang serves at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. Dr. Chang serves at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. Meaning, if you were to sack Dr. Chang, or if you were to fire Dr. Chang, he cannot sue you because he doesn't have a contract with the government. He has a friendly job given to him by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister have the will to hire and fire as he chose. Dr. Chang, Prime Minister, is of no good use to us. What we would rather do is to pay for a service. We would like to pay someone at the policy level on national security. We are at the moment, Prime Minister, paying Dr. Chang for nothing. Even before Dr. Chang became ill, Prime Minister, we were paying Dr. Chang for nothing. At this point, there's no good use for us continuing paying Dr. Chang because Dr. Chang isn't and will not be Prime Minister of any good use to us on the matter of crime fighting. It is high time you take a leadership decision, remove Dr. Chang and appoint somebody else. We, the people of Jamaica, also, Prime Minister, is not comfortable by you taking control of the portfolio. Your belly not full? And your wellness, your hand and your crown are full. The country need leadership. A long time the country want to see the back of Dr. Chang, and if you never prepare for do it, and if God say, do it one way, put him down this or whatever, we don't need to keep paying Dr. Chang. Dr. Chang has enriched himself out of the public purse already. Dr. Chang has enriched himself out of the gun importation into our country, Prime Minister. We don't need to pay a dead bird. We can pay somebody, whether it be Rocky Mead, anybody you want take put there. Even if you want to put your wife there at this point, it no matter where you get Juliet for do. Anybody you want to put there. Anybody, you have nobody when you can grab up. Just put somebody there. But you cannot boast upon the crime prowess when we don't have a policy guidance. When we don't have somebody at the helm of, but then again, you see how Andrew Holness are going to take over this year. Members of the Prime Minister recent degree was in law and policy. And the Prime Minister thesis was in transnational crime and gang and them something there. And them something they write in final paper pan. So we need to have Dr. Chang removed. Dr. Chang and Dr. Tufton were misplaced from day one. Dr. Chang should have been in Dr. Tufton's position. Dr. Tufton should have been in Ed Bartlett's position. Ed Bartlett should have been in Juliet's position or some other frequent. Any frequent you can find game for do. But this is your lack of management and your wholeness. When a manager don't know how to place people in their competencies, it's how things doesn't work. Because you have a marketeer I run health ministry. You have a medical doctor. I run national security. That alone show you say you don't understand management because you don't know how to place people in their position of competency. Look pan Favor. Favor not suitable, no way. Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, Favor Williams don't suitable nowhere at all. Everywhere you put Favor, the place fall asleep. Which part you put Favor where the place not fall? Is the finance of our country not falling, not asleep at the moment? Education still asleep. Fan Favor go there, isn't it? Tufton and Chang needs to go. Especially Tufton, but the two of them are kill whole heap away anyway. So the two of them, we really not can make a choice between which one go at the moment. The two need to go because the two of them are murderer. One a kill we by injection, one a kill we by gun. Killer, kill. They needs to go. Tufton thief enough. Chang give we picnic them enough gun and bullet. They need to go. Jamaica people, if Uno don't stand up and demand, Andrew go continue keep them tear them rich plus tax. Uno know say how much thief get rich out of Uno. And so Uno can't even get up out of the Melissa shrubberies. Eh? Uno can't get up out of the Melissa shrubberies them. Uno go on like say, I'm mad, we mad. Uno go on like say, I'm mad. That's why we have to talk every day. And that's why we cannot blame the government alone. Government treat you just like how boyfriend or husband treat woman. If you lay yourself careless, then take liberty of you. If you hold them by them pants waist and drape them the first time they speak loud, they never try it again. Uno broke government and man bad. But I can't go on about my business before they start fire bullet through my window. But we're going to keep up with Dr. Dawes series because healthcare is a crisis in our country. A place where you should go to seek help, to seek assistance, to seek life-saving treatment. It's that same place you're likely to meet your very end. It is that same place you are likely to meet your very end at the hands of Christopher Tufton, Carl Bruce, Ivor Crandon, and a plethora of crooks of administrators where them have over there will help them swindle the public purse. Just a swindle hit so. We need to stop this burst of budget a year time. What's the point in disbursing a budget? Just throw the money, give them so. Ask them how much they want for thief and just throw it, give them. That's why I said we should be done away with the Integrity Commission. Because we pay the Integrity Commission and we can't tap thief. The Integrity Commission cannot stop them from stealing. Then don't afraid of disgrace. The only thing the Integrity Commission can do is publish their disgrace. And the Integrity Commission have a pussyfoot round them when they talk about their disgrace. That's why they have to sue me. I'm not going to say unaccounted for, stolen. You stole it. You stole it. Because we gave it to you. We gave it to you. And you can't tell me what you do with it. It's not that it's unaccounted for. It's stolen. Just like how Andrew thief and can't certify. Anyway, may I come go on my bed? Because Until we create one force we can kick off politician door, handcuff them, draw them a dot, and then something they throw them in a jeep back. Anytime them start get them treatment there, things will change in our country. Globalists, thank you very much for being here with us tonight. Lovely to have all of your support. If you have not yet hit the like button, please do so before you exit the program. And please do join us tomorrow morning for the for your At a Glance program. And remember, we're going to keep up with Dr. Dawes as and when he puts out his revelation of the crisis in our healthcare. Thank you very much for being here tonight, and good night from Global TV.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down, war and crime. Fight down, me say Rastafari. War and crime and do the righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. And we love Jah. We love Jah. We love Jah. Rastafari. Preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. So just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace, while we penalize. Hey, oh, night, we gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down, war and crime. Fight down, war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari, preserve all. And we love Jah. Me love Jah. Me love Jah. Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.